Love and light. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today I'll be doing an energy reading for the sign of Scorpios. I'll be taking a look at some of your surrounding energies along with some of your overall energies to see what our messages the Divine Spirit has for you today. So Scorpio, without further ado, let's do this. Put it deck. Put it deck. Okay. Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Scorpio today? Please and thank you. What more messages do you have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. Okay, Scorpio, let's see. Learning and training. Okay, so there's been a lot of learning and training that's been surrounding you or going on or taking place with you or within you, Scorpio. Let's keep going. Put a deck. Put a deck. Divine Spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Scorpio? Divine Spirit, please and thank you. Okay. Let's see. Fragmentation. Goodness, I just had this in the last reading. Okay. So learning and training. Okay, fragmentation. Okay, so you could be learning how to call in your power. You could have been learning a lot of life lessons, a lot of soul lessons, a lot of tough lessons about standing in your power. You could have been figuring out, how to, balance your energy, how to call back your energy, how to protect your energy, how to, manipulate energies, how to transmute energies. Let's say how to manipulate energies. So yeah, you could have been learning and training with all of these things. With energies, which is all things that's required for you to really be balanced and to stand in your power. Okay, Scorpio, let's keep going. Put it at. Put it at. Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. A fiery climax approaches. Okay, so I'm getting two different things here. Two different messages, possibly for two different energies. Okay. So with one energy, with one group, there's going to be a fiery approach, or a fiery climax, a fiery a beginning that's about to, like climax, or that's about to approach for you as a result from all of this learning and training, of balancing your energies, of transmuting energies, of calling in your energy, of calling in your power, standing in your power, from learning all these things and training to do, all of these things. And then for another group, I'm getting the fiery climax approach with this full moon in Aries, because it's like you were also learning and training to do the same thing with these energies and with your power, and calling it in and standing within it. However, I'm not sure the end result is quite the same, or quite successful. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot of, with this fiery, I'm getting a lot of anger with this Aries here, a lot of aggression, a lot of anger, you know what I'm saying, maybe angry approaches that you're taking with people or amongst people, as an outcome to all this learning and training, whether on their behalf or your behalf, or on both, depending on how you want to look at it and how you want to take it and how you want to apply it to your situation. But yeah, let's keep going. No. Yes. Put a deck. Put a deck. Excuse me. Midnight Spirit, what all messages do we have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. What all messages do we have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. Upside down. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Okay, so again, for one group, for the group that was successful with this learning and training, for the group that persevered through this because they knew they were able to do whatever they set their mind to, and they had that faith and they had that belief, and they kept moving forward with courage and faith. Again, there's a fiery climax that's approaching for you, and for the other group, you know what I'm saying, that's still in this cycle with this learning and this training, Spirit is telling you to persevere through this, because you can do whatever you set your mind to. One second. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, where were we? Persevering. Yeah. So Spirit is saying for you to persevere through this, and know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom of this deck here. It says lost love. Okay, so within this learning and training, there could have been some lost love as a result or an outcome to the situation. I'm seeing end of a learning cycle underneath that. And traditional relationships underneath that. So you're coming out of a cycle of traditional relationships, relationships that are built on like worldly standards, conditional standards, that's probably based on conditional love, you know, all the things that would cause you to lose your power and energy if you surrender and give in to it. Okay, let's keep going. Bottom of the deck, it says anointment. Yeah. Lost love. So you could have learned to surrender, excuse me, to all of this pain. Because you're tired of it, or because you're tired of it taking your energy and taking your power. And for the other group, Spirit is saying that you need to surrender to this pain, and not surrendering to this pain is causing you to lose love, because it is taking your energy and it is taking your power. Up under that, it says put chance to dream. This is coming at the end of a learning cycle. So this has taught you to, you know what I'm saying, to awaken to your dreams, to yourself, to your power. And then up under that, I have artificial love, and this is coming up under traditional relationships. And I mean, that's kind of pretty much what I was saying. Traditional relationships pretty much are based, you know, on artificial love, on conditioned love, on conditioned terms. You know, the world set a lot of standards for what a relationship is what's supposed to look like, and what a man is supposed to do, and what a woman's supposed to do, and how they're supposed to do it, and who's like, it's, yeah. Like, none of these relationships are like spiritually led. They're like worldly led. What the world says, or what society says, or, you know, what I say, or I don't know what they say, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all a false point of view, you know, it's all a misperception of what love really is and what it should really look like in a godly manner. Okay. Up under this is saying bring love into the situation. Yeah, lost love, anointment, because you lost love, and you haven't surrendered, you know what I'm saying, to the fact that you have lost love. And this could have been a long time ago, and since you lost love, therefore you're losing love, or you're losing your love, because you're not bringing love into the situation, because you probably lost it a long time ago, to be truly and honest about it. You probably lost it when it started hurting, when it was painful. You never let it go. And now you're at a loss for love. And Spirit is saying to bring love into the situation. Up under that, it says the answers you need are coming. This is under the end of a learning cycle. And awakening to, you know, who you are and your power and stuff like that. So, yeah, you're coming to the end of a learning cycle, and the answers you need are coming. Full moon Gemini, you need to tap in with your higher self, and listen to your heart and follow your intuition. You know what I'm saying, and awaken. Yeah. 1 second. Okay. Um, yeah, it's hey, end of a learning cycle, awakening to yourself, to excuse me, who you are, um, to who you are, awakening, you know what I'm saying, to your power. It's the end of a learning cycle. You're starting to awaken and to that. And since the answers you need are coming, you have to bring love into the situation. You also have to make sure you're following your heart and your intuition. Oh, child, you came up to the door and completely threw me off. Um, yeah, this is the end of the cycle, and the answers that you need are coming. Um, but tapping into your spirituality, into your spiritual roots is going to be key. Okay, take time to breathe out. Yeah, take time to connect with the universe, with your ancestors, with your spirit guide, with your higher self. You know, with your spiritual roots. That's what I was getting at. Key is communication. Even if it is with meditation, it's still communication in the mind, in the subconscious, whatever it is. That's where, you know what I'm saying, you speak, that's where your conscious is connected. You know, where you're connected with your conscious is connected with the cosmics and stuff like that. Anyhow, is or with. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Hold on, what's the name of that? But yeah, communication, meditation, connecting with your higher self, spirit guides, the universe, your spiritual side, and your spiritual roots. And that's where a lot of your answers going to come from. With ending this cycle and awakening to your, you know, seeing your potential and your power and, you know, all those things, and calling it, you know, back in your energy and your power. Okay, let's keep going. Bottom of the deck, fear. It says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Yeah, look at all this love. Bring love into the situation, lost love. You know, learning to live in the energy of love. Exactly. Because if you live in the energy of love, you wouldn't be losing love. It'll be there. You already have it. But you're afraid. You know what I'm saying? As I said, you probably already lost love a long time ago. Because you never surrendered or let go of that pain. You know what I'm saying? And because you was afraid to, because you were afraid because of the pain. The pain hurt you to the point to where I guess you were devastated, and now there's this fear. You know what I'm saying? And repeating this again or going back through this again. And so therefore, when you lost that love, you stopped living in love. You stopped living in the energy of love, and this is what caused, you know what I'm saying, you to, you know what I'm saying, lose love or lose your love, whatever or whomever that may be. But it's saying fear is saying that you realize that you are testing your resolve to live in the energy of love. Like you're, you know what I'm saying, you're testing out that fear to not, you know, close yourself off from it, to still stay open to it, and you know what I'm saying, to keep it in the situation and not to like block it off, to surrender that pain and not let that pain surrender you or whatever, you know what I'm saying, not let it become you know, a thing of fear. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Communication is the key. Okay, so that's another thing I'm getting to with this. Communication is the key in the end of this learning cycle. Besides you needing to, you know, tap into your spiritual roots to communicate, you know what I'm saying, with your higher self. I'm getting that you may need to communicate with this friend. End of a learning cycle. The answers you need are coming. Friend, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So there may be some communication that needs to take place between you and this person, but there's probably a lot of fear that's taking place, and you know what I'm saying, and in this communication, make sure that you bring love into the situation. And when I say love, we don't want the traditional meaning of love. I know it says relationships, but we don't want the traditional meaning of love because it's artificial. You know what I'm saying? When we say bring love into the situation, then we need to be honest. If we really love this person, we need honesty in this communication. When it says bring love into the situation, we need clarity in here. Don't come in with confusion. Don't come in with mind games, okay? Don't come in, you know what I'm saying? We need, you know, when it says bring love into the situation with this communication, we need honesty, clarity. We need understanding, you know, with this communication. We don't need to just be closed-minded and just looking at it from one point of view. We need to be able to see both sides of the, both point of views, both sides of the picture. You know what I'm saying here? You know what I'm saying? That's what we mean by bring love into the situation with this communication that may be needed between you and this friend that's here in your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Which is part of this learning and training and to standing into your power and probably to help, you know what I'm saying, surrender to, like, you know, all these painful situations that's causing you to not live in the energy of love that came from behind of what you thought was love. But again, that's the traditional way of love and meaning of love. And you're here to learn another meaning of love. You know, a higher meaning of love, but you have to still bring love into the situation because you have to, you know, give nor to receive. You have to give love nor to get love. So, and when you stop giving love, when you lost love, that's when you lost, you know, your love for whomever or whatever, well, that was in your life, or this friend probably. But okay, relationships. Okay. Um, yeah, this comes up on traditional relationships and artificial love. You know, but since relationships, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And that's another thing that, you know, you've been learning and training to do. I'm seeing, just looking at this row here, traditional relationships, artificial love. Take a time to breathe out relationships. It could be saying that you need to, you know, saying I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So take a time to breathe out. So you know, you could have been possibly attracted to people who didn't serve your higher good. You probably could have been attracted to traditional people who had traditional love or artificial love. You know, people who had a, you know, had a loss for love, who didn't have self-love. You know, you could have been attracted to you know, people, or attracting people who was empty on the inside. And for others, you've learned, you know what I'm saying, to attract people who serve your higher good. You've learned, you've come to an end of a learning cycle of surrendering pain from individuals who have not learned self-love and who has traditional values and meaning and knowledge of love. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Scorpio? Let's see. And divine spirit, please and thank you. It's saying feather. Think first before you judge. Hmm. And I'm thinking, I'm seeing like what goes around comes around. Um, think first before you judge. What goes around comes around. So it's like, um, yeah, keep first of all keep your thoughts as light as a feather. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, keep your thoughts as light as a feather. You know what I'm saying? Think before you judge. So some of you, are overthinking things, and you're judging people. And yeah, first of all, we shouldn't be judging others because it's not our place to judge. That's God's place or the universe. But feather, lights a feather. Think before you judge. Yeah, some of your lights are not. Some of your lights, your thoughts are not light. You're heavy in thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You're too heavy in thoughts to where you become a judgmental. Um, Also, what goes around comes around. It's like, okay, well, if you go around, putting out these bad thoughts, you know what I'm saying, thinking bad things about others, it's like you receive the same thing back in return. It's like, it really shows the bad thoughts really within yourself. And, maybe others may start, I wouldn't say judging you, but it's like, um, what goes around comes around. So you may be thinking a person, you know, misjudging, but what goes around comes around. It's like so you could be misjudging a person, and you know what I'm saying, thinking a person is doing something like when they're not. You know what I'm saying? And then in return, it's like you can also be being accused for things that's not necessarily true on your end as well. But that's because you continue to misjudge others, so therefore others may may not preconceive you the correct way. Let me read this book and see what this is saying as well. Um, Let me see what else is at the bottom of this deck. Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. Yeah, because it's saying to relax, heavy in thought. Well, yeah, because your thoughts, it's like these are manifestations, you know what I'm saying, like what you put out there. You know what I'm saying, if you're constantly putting out painful thoughts, you know what I'm saying, you're going to constantly receive painful thoughts, I guess, is what I'm saying. If you're constantly misjudging people, people are going to constantly, you know what I'm saying, misjudge you. But it's like, I mean, that's because you're misjudging others. So whether they're right or whether they're wrong, you know, they're just doing what you're doing. What goes around comes around. Um, but yeah. Okay, 26. Feather, think before you judge. Did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down into the blaze? Examine the situation. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into your stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other girls are your competition and that they must behave perfectly at all times. Step back and take the time to figure it out. It's not always clear at first, instead of acting rashly. Okay, so I'm saying, it says, is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you? Yeah. Um, what goes around comes around. And then I'm saying, it says, did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down into the blaze? So you could have been holding her up, but then you could have become so heavy in your thought, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, you kind of ended up, you know what I'm saying, dropping this person because you came too distracted and you wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, focused on keeping her up because you were more heavy in thought. And, you know what I'm saying, and you could have ended up, you know what I'm saying, your thoughts became too heavy that you ended up, you know what I'm saying, dropping a situation or dropping a person or a situation because your thoughts became too heavy to keep it lifted up. And it's like, what goes around comes around. And it's like, well, just like you let this person down, you know what I'm saying, you get what you give. In a sense, you're going to be felt probably left down as well by this person when it comes back around. And, you know what I'm saying, things really, you know what I'm saying, come down to the actual reality of the case. That's going to come back to bite you. Yeah, lost love. It's like, you know, you probably let that person down first, and now you probably feel as if you're being let down. But, um, nobody wants to, lose. Nobody wants to drown, okay? Nobody wants to be let down, okay? Okay. Shout for joy, your heavens. The Lord comforts his people. Unplug and relax for a spell. So in times of joy, or when you're looking for comfort, you know what I'm saying, it's saying to connect with spirit, okay? Relax, take a break from society and from these relationships and from the world and from, you know what I'm saying, all these traditions, and take a break from all of that, and you know what I'm saying, from society, and connect with yourself, connect with spirit, you know what I'm saying, and if you're seeking comfort and joy, um, in those heavy times with those heavy thoughts. Okay, but let me see what messages are in here. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Bit about spirit. What kind of messages do you have for Aries? I mean, not Aries. Scorpio. Please and thank you. What all messages do you have for Scorpio? Please and thank you. Or if just whenever you're angry, you know what I'm saying, still go connect with spirit, go connect with source. Give me a second. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, let's get back to this so we can wrap this up here, because I believe we were at the end. Oh, yeah, real quick. That's what I was saying. It came to me while this video was paused here, with this card here, and I was talking about what goes around comes around, and thoughts and judging people. What I was trying to say was, or what I was wanting to say was, don't be so quick to judge others, or you could find yourself in that same place or that same situation, is what I think Spirit was trying to, was wanting to apply or wanting to get out. Yeah, don't be quick to judge others, you know what I'm saying, or you can find yourself in that same place. Cool. Yeah, be careful of what you think and what you say, and all, if you bring a love to a situation, then you shouldn't even be, having these hard or heavy thoughts anyhow. You should be having, understanding for the situation. You should be, forgiving of situations and things, because you know that, people are down here learning to train, hold on. Okay, Scorpio, I apologize. That was my youngest. He was trying to bust through the door. He's only 4. I don't know. Scorpio, I promise, it's like I have had the most hardest time trying to record you all's video. I've had the most distractions, interruptions, I mean just everything. Like it's been like really tough trying to get this done in just one like clip and like one video. And what I'm getting is that it may be hard for you to apply or bring love into a situation. It may be hard for you to surrender this pain, what feels like betrayal, for you to face that fear. Yeah, all of these things may be challenging for you. It's what I'm picking up. Because it is way too hard for me to do this video, and this is the only one thus far. And I pray that it be the only one. Okay, let's keep going. I already shipped these cards, but I'm gonna recut them since I had to cut the camera, pause the camera, cut the video, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Scorpio. It says, God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus. Oh, I'm getting a whole lot of messages with this. Okay, well, like 2 so far. But, okay, so it says, God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory. So, His glory, okay, so the more you glorify Him, you know what I'm saying, the more you use His gifts for His glory. What's that song? For the gift God gave to you, give it back to Him. When He sees it operating, it's a compliment to Him. So when He sees you using your gifts and your talents, you know what I'm saying, for His glory, it's like, your needs will be met. It says God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory. So it's like the more you do for Him, the more He'll do for you. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't want to say your needs, I'll say your wants, because God pretty much takes care of your needs. But as far as your wants, it's like the more you do for Him, the more He'll do for you. The more you glorify Him, you know what I'm saying, the more He'll glorify your life, you know what I'm saying, and your riches. And then another thing that I'm getting from this is saying in Jesus Christ. So it says God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Jesus Christ. Okay, so if anybody know or think like I do, or feel like I feel, then Jesus was sent here as a role model, as an example, you know what I'm saying, to show the way, to pave the way in ascending, in rising to like a Christ consciousness, or you know what I'm saying, to a higher consciousness. Because like when they say, like when the Bible referred to Jesus dying on the cross, I don't believe like He truly died. I think there's more of like a whatever you call those things. And it was saying more like He died to the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like He died to like his worldly ways. You know what I'm saying? To his ways of the world, to his ways of the flesh. He died to the flesh. Is what that was saying to me. And it's like, and he led the way. He set the way. As far as loving first, because another song that's coming to me, it was saying, what would Jesus do? And it was saying He would love first. He would love first, so we should love first. And that's what Jesus would do. He would love first, and the saying, bring love into a situation. And that's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? Because you're here learning to test that fear, and so that you can live in the energy of love for yourself, and to release all this pain. You know what I'm saying? That came from love, well, not really from love. It came from traditional love, not from real love, because real love don't hurt. True love don't hurt. Only conditioned love and the false notions of love. The traditional meanings and ways of love, but Jesus would love first, and when you love first, you know what I'm saying, God will meet your needs, because God is love, and when you apply love to the situation, and when you live in the energy of love, you're living in the energy of God. It's like, you know what I'm saying, you should automatically be shining your light. You should be automatically glorifying Him if you're living within His glory, if you're living within, you know what I'm saying, love for yourself. But yeah, Scorpio, God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus. The more you glorify Him, the more He'll glorify you. The more you live in His ways, the more He'll bless your ways. But you have to die to the flesh. You gotta surrender this pain too. That come from the flesh or of the flesh, from the world, or of people, or whatever. Okay, so yeah. Apply love, Scorpio. True love. God-like love. Okay. Not traditional love. Attract those who serve your higher good. Take time to breathe out. Keep pushing. Know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. I'm just going back over these cards here. Okay, so Scorpio, there you go. As always, be encouraged, keep yourself uplifted, stay in love, and as always, peace and love, much love, and one love.